Yeah, Mr. B Hong, you can start talking now.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for being with us today. I'm B Hong and my Dharma name is Chao Li.
Hi, everyone. This is Hui Tzu and my Dharma name is Lü Xing.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. And at the moment, I don't have any Dharma name yet.
Miss Sarah, you're welcome to join our Tzu Chi Dharma family. Then you will get a Dharma name.
Of course, if I can pass the training.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure you can. Okay. Today's topic is Qigong, a holistic way to total well-being. Every day, we receive updates on COVID cases, new variants, bogus vaccine, etc., and worse, of people whom we know died due to COVID. Definitely, it is stressful and worrisome. But we know that being stressful and worrying is of no use. It does not help the situation. What is important is that we need to take good care of our body and mind to build up our immune system. Many studies has agreed that plant-based food is healthier if taken the correct way. We do not need to kill or contribute to killing to put food on our plates. So let's have vegetarian diet for better health and also help to reduce carbon emission. Nowadays, we are what we eat. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And vegetarianism now is the latest trend. Nowadays, more and more people acknowledge the importance of healthy eating. And we know that the nutrients of various plant food has healing properties. Of course, we need to take good care of our exercise. What about our mind? We need to have right mindfulness. As normal beings, we are easily influenced by what we see, what we hear, feel, and taste. So we need to practice right mindfulness. And to do that, we need to put the right effort to free our minds from distraction and adopting an optimistic and pragmatic attitude. Some people practice meditation, chanting, playing musical instruments, etc., to bring calm to their mind. Today, we have Sister Hui Tzu and Miss Sara to share with us on Qigong for better physical, mental, and spiritual health. First, we have Sister Hui Tzu, who is a teacher and practitioner of Zhineng Qigong of 20 years. Her looks, her body posture, movement, together with her vibrant vibes, is certainly a testimonial of the positive effect of practicing Qigong. Sister Hui Tzu.
Okay, good afternoon. Behold, I'm really surprised what you have said, but thank you. Okay, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Thank you for letting me to share my Qigong experience as a practitioner and how my Buddhism study relate to and complement my practice. Actually, there are thousands types of Qigong in China. And just by chance, in the year 2000, I attended a public talk by my Chinese teacher, Mr. Li Hongshi, on Zhineng Qigong. Zhi means intelligence and Neng means energy. This type of Qigong improve our general health, our postures, and enhance the immune system by filling up the qi in our body and exchanging of qi. I feel the set of exercises are not so strenuous and demanding like physical sports, but it also strengthens the flexibility of our body and meridians. Also can calm our mind. Another difference is in sports. One release or consume one's energy and direct the mind outward. Whereas in Qigong, we internalize the mind and conserve our energy. So I was quite interested and decided to give it a try. At the beginning of the exercise, for preparation, we need to relax our whole body, expand our mind to the universe. Then focus inward. We try to visualize bringing the qi from the universe into our body, but maintain a calm, tranquil state of mind. However, for years, I just couldn't achieve that. And all kinds of thoughts keep floating through my mind. Until 6 years later, I joined City and exposed to Buddha Dharma. I've learned to cut down my affliction by improving and changing my habitual tendencies, such as stubbornness, attachment, impatience, temperament, desire, or arrogance, so on and so forth. Then one day, I came to the realization that my spiritual practice actually complements my Qigong exercise. With less affliction and more pure thought, my mind is more clear and easier to achieve that peaceful state of mind. And then, which is a very important element for our practice. Normally, I have a group of people exercise with me in the park. Though I'm still very well aware of the surrounding in the park, the people walking, talking, sweeping, the wind and the bird. But my mind is able to stay focused, not being disturbed or distracted by the external condition. And early on, I mentioned my teacher. Actually, I have a rather unusual Qigong teacher, Mr. Li Hongshi. He teaches us practice the movement with love. So I think all the time we have positive thoughts in our mind. And he also emphasizes the importance of cultivating our virtues. And very nice, which just come hand in hand with my Buddhism teaching. And the last point that I would like to share is only my own personal understanding. In theory, Qi is the source of all visible and physical phenomena. To put it in a simple terms, people fall sick when Qi being blocked or they don't have enough Qi. If depletion of Qi means the end of our lives. Let us recall, in Buddha Dharma, we learn all things in the physical worlds are formed by 4 elements: the earth, the water, the fire, and the wind. Then I thought, wouldn't the wind the same as the Qi? So I would like to end my sharing by encourage everyone during this unusual period of time. Do find exercises that you are comfortable with. And if it can benefit both your physical body and your mind, then that will be great. Thank you very much.
感恩 Sister Hui Tzu. Actually, those I don't know how many online know Sister Hui Tzu or have met Sister Hui Tzu. And personally, I find that Sis Hui Tzu, her posture is really, she I mean, if you know her, I know her age. And to me, I find that she looks 10 years or more than 10 years her actual age. So, Sis Hui Tzu, what do you think? Would you like to share with us how come you can look so young? Is it purely because of Qigong?
Actually, I think it's the joint force of my Qigong and my religion. And these two really complement each other. Qigong has given me a good posture, like Bihong said. And so far at my age, I don't think I have any hunching, okay? And then when I travel, my stamina keep me walking for long hours. Sometimes, I think I'm faster than people who are younger than me.
感恩 Sister Hui Tzu. So, when our mind and action are in harmony, when our heart and thoughts are in accord, we will be in meditation, experiencing a sense of calm, peace, and balance. So next, we would like to invite Miss Sara, who is a Master of Research and current PhD researcher in Qigong. Miss Sara has 15 years of experience in teaching and promoting Qigong, not only in Malaysia, but also in Australia and Sri Lanka. Today, Miss Sara will share with us Qigong as a mind-body exercise for total well-being that can be practiced anytime, anywhere. Miss Sara, the screen is yours.
Okay, let me share my screen first. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Why is it? Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Sister Bihong, for the kind introduction, and Sister Hui Tzu for her sharing. And thank you all for taking the time to attend this workshop. So today we are going to cover, basically what we're going to cover today is related to our topic of our talk for today. So let's look at what are the contents. So first we will start with a brief introduction of the holistic concept and Qi, followed by Qigong and the fundamentals of Qigong and how we can relate it to the mind-body connection. And then we will learn stationary Qigong practice, or what we call La Qi, and followed by a dynamic Qigong wall squat practice, and also to relate this practice to the holistic concept. So both actually this La Qi and wall squat are easy to learn, simple, short, and beneficial, which most of us can practice anytime, anywhere, especially for those who are busy with little time to invest in exercise. So holistic concept is an Eastern concept, and the philosophical foundation in Chinese medicine concept. How come is there an echo? Sorry,
No, it's okay.
why there's an echo, isn't it?
It's okay. We can hear perfectly well.
Oh, it's an Eastern concept and the philosophical foundation in Chinese medicine concept of health, and it addresses the need for a balance between ourselves and nature, as ourselves, human and nature, between ourselves, human and society, and also within ourselves as a holistic unit. So why do we need to achieve this balance? As mentioned by Sister Bihong before also, that we have to achieve this, our mental balance and also calm and relaxed state. First, if we look at the human and the nature connection, we can see that we are actually part of the nature and we share the same source, the same structure, and the same way of life. For example, you think of the food that we take in, the drink that we take in, the air that we breathe in, they are all part of nature. So we bring it into our body, we actually become part of nature as well. And if you look at the structure of the world, we see that actually 75% or 70% of the Earth's surface is water. And we compare that to about 75% of our body weight is also water. And if we look at our life cycle, it also follows that of the nature. Like when we sleep at night, when the sun sets, and then we wake up at dawn, when the sun rises. So we are actually, our cycle, our way of life is also the same as that of the nature. And how we can also connect this to another case on how actually when we are synced with nature, we will be in a better state. For example, we have this, what we call the Schumann frequency of about 7.8 hertz, which is the heartbeat of the earth. And this frequency actually falls in the range that correspond to the low alpha and high theta frequency in our brain. And when our brain actually resonates in this frequency, it helps us to bring our brain into states of deep relaxation equal to that of meditation. So that is why meditation is recommended for health, as it syncs with the earth or the nature frequency. So from all these examples, we can see that our whole being, whether physically or mentally, is not only part of nature, but a reflection of and integrated with the nature. And then secondly, if we look at the connection of ourselves as a holistic connection with the society, we can see that also our whole being is not only that our whole being is intricately interwoven with every fabric of society. Like our life is being dictated by our status in the society, such as a husband, as a wife, as a in whatever profession you are in. And this is also connected with our relationship, which influence the quality of our life. And then we also have other attributes of society that influence our health, including our economic condition, our social security and support that we have, or even social disorder. Like for example, recently when in Malaysia, we have this problem, some political problem, we are also worried. And even environmental change, like for example, the COVID pandemic, affecting a lot of people in many ways, mentally and also physically. So we can see that this, we are part and parcel and has a deep connection with society, which also impact our health and life, and how we can regulate this, it will depend on how well we manage this connection. And last but not least is the concept of the holistic connection of ourselves, as a holistic unit, because our body, every part, every organ, every tissue, every cell of our body are actually connected as a holistic unit. So that's why in Chinese medicine, the three basic components of our being are what we call the body, the qi, and the mind, where body house life, our life, qi nourish life, and shen or mind control our life. And these three elements must interact with each other to maintain a healthy state of balance, to stay healthy. The moment any of this element is out of balance, for a long duration without correction, then health, both physical and mental, will be affected. And the same principle applied to our connection with the society and nature. When there are any imbalances between this connection, then it will affect our life, especially our health, both mental and physical. And in all these instances, mind is the commander of everything of our life, not only on our body, but also over external phenomena. So I will just give like example of the experiment of how our mind can have an effect over a body. Can any of you see the difference between these three pictures? So you can see this is actually what we call an infrathermal scan of the body, where where the scanner actually detect any changes in the body temperature. So you can see this. I will just highlight the difference, the main difference. You can see the palm, the color of the palm. This is when the person first just using the mind to just think to make the palm, the center of the palm to become hot, just using the mind. And then after a few minutes, you can see the changes on the palm. So you can see that you have more white spot, right? So when you have more white spot, this is calibrated to, the machine is calibrated to indicate that white spot indicate higher temperature. So just over like a few minutes, the person just using the mind, this is an experiment done in a university in a very sensitive room, in a very cold room with a very sensitive thermal scanner. So with this experiment, you can see that actually our mind can impact our body. So in this case, it's just using the mind to increase the temperature of the palm, especially the center of the palm, where in Chinese medicine, this center point is what we call the Lao Gong point, where the qi of the body is one of the major points where the qi of the body actually come in and go out. So you can see this is just an experiment to show that actually our mind can have an impact on the body. So how we use our mind is very important. And it is not only on our body, our mind also can have impact on external phenomena. For example, like this experiment of students during their summer holiday in China, where you can see there are 3 pots of this is the bean sprout. So what these students do is that over a few days, they just send positive, what we call positive qi or love energy to, first, like you can see this one, the first one is they send the love energy to this pot. Whereas the second one, they send the energy, the message over is that I dislike you, I don't like you. And then the third part is that they just ignore this pot of plant of bean sprout. And then you can see, we know that bean sprout can grow very fast over a few days. And you can see that just after a few days, you can see the differences on the growth and the health of the plant, where you can see that this plant, where it is receiving all the love qi and all the positive messages, it grows very healthy and very fast. Whereas the one that you don't have, they send the negative energy, it will still grow because it has a little bit of energy, compared to the one that there is no energy given at all, you ignore it, so it is the worst. So this is just an experiment to show how actually our mental state, our mindset can not only affect our body, but all the phenomena outside our body. And this actually also point to the point of our connection. We are a holistic connection with nature, with everything around us, including all our friends and people around us. So this is just a simple experiment to show the connection. So next we come to the next item on our list is the qi. What is qi? First, if you look at the original character of qi, Chinese character of qi, you can see that it is made up of two components, right? The top one is this qi, and this qi is the one, the current Hanyi Pinyin simplified Hanyi Pinyin we use without the bottom part. Okay, so the top part, this qi actually represents something that you cannot see, like a gas or air. And the bottom part is mi. Mi is rice. So it's supposed to represent something that you can see, something that is a material. So from this, you can see the original meaning of qi is that it is something that can manifest in as a material or immaterial state at different time, different space and situation. But for the purpose of this workshop, we will just focus on this part, on the immaterial or invisible part of qi. And we can try a simple experiment. So what I would like all of you to do now is just to sit up straight and then relax your whole body. Can you all see me? Okay, just can see if you can see my hand, it's okay. And relax the whole body. And then just place your palm in front of your navel to face each other. And then after that, you just slowly open to about your body width apart. And then you bring it back to the center without touching each other. And then you just repeat this according to my instruction later. And also at the same time, you think according to my instruction later. And it will be more effective if you do it with your eyes closed. So let's try now. Okay, sit up straight.
Miss Sarah, you want to stop share so we can see your movement? Or no need?
Can you see now? You cannot see?
You show your hand?
Okay.
Can, good, can.
Yeah, okay. So sit up straight, both your feet on the floor, flat on the floor. Gently close your eyes and relax body, shoulders, and raise the palm up to the front. Then you slowly open, is Kai. Then you bring back to the center, is Her. Without touching each other, then continue to repeat Kai. Open. Bring back. Kai. So now while you're doing Kai He, pay attention to both your palms and the space between both your palms. Continue to do Kai He. Kai. Relax your whole body and both arms and your palms while you continue to Kai He. Kai. Kai. At the same time, pay attention to both your palms and the space between both palms. Kai. Okay, you can stop now. Just rest your palm on your lap and slowly open eyes. Can anyone feel anything?
You can write your comment at the live chat.
Let me share screen back. Okay. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure. I can't see whether there's any response. But anyway, most of the time, most people will actually feel something, some form of feeling. Either it is like some like needling sensation or warm sensation, or like your palm is like, you know, expanding a bit, or like you can feel like there is something in between both your palms. So all these sensations are actually the perception of how different people feel qi around ourselves. So this experiment is just to show that qi is a natural phenomenon that exists around us and inside us. It is just that normally we do not pay attention to it, so you're not aware of it. But when you focus on it, then qi will be there. So that is why there is a Qigong saying or principle that says, where mind reach, qi will reach. So all the time we never pay attention. That's why we don't feel it. But if we pay attention, we will feel it. So qi is, as mentioned, is a natural phenomena, just like gravity, magnetic field, radio waves. They are actually all different forms of qi. It's just that now we are actually using a scientific or modern term to give this qi different name, because all these like magnetic field or radio waves, they are all electromagnetic field that vibrate at different frequency. So they are given different name. But in the olden days, you don't have all the measurement machine to measure all these things. So we just, anything that we cannot see, we call qi. But there are many types of qi, just like there are many types of different radio frequency or electromagnetic frequency around us. And so is qi. There are so many types. So like in the nature, we say that the sunlight is also a form of qi. The wind is also a form of qi. And everything in the nature has its own qi. Like the tree has its own qi also, right? So that's why I'm not sure whether some of you may have seen, like in the park, we have some people, when they practice this Qigong, they walk around around the tree. And that is what they want to tap the qi of the tree. So, but then what about ourselves as a human being? We also have many, many different types of qi in our body. But the most important qi in our system is what we call the prenatal qi, or in Chinese we call 先天之 qi, which is formed when the moment we are conceived, and it will be follow us throughout our lifespan until the end of life. And since we have prenatal qi, we also have the postnatal qi. Postnatal qi is the qi that the body transform from the food that we take in, from the air that we take in, from the drink that we take in, and transform into different types of qi in the body to sustain all the function of the body. So this prenatal qi and the postnatal qi actually have to interact together, and also to transform to different types of qi that can sustain the function of different organs of the body, or different protective function of the body. Like for example, we have what we call the protective qi, the nutritive qi that circulate around inside our cardiovascular system, our blood vessel. And then we also have the qi in Chinese medicine, the qi of the kidney, the qi of the lung, the qi of the liver. So all these are actually different function or different function of the organ, which is actually represented by the different qi of the organ. So for us, how do we tap? How do we actually make use of this qi? So to tap different type of qi, you have to practice different type of qigong, because there are so many, like Sister Hui Tzu mentioned, there are thousands type of qigong, and which qigong, different qigong has its own objective and own way of practice. And for us, if you want to practice to tap some qigong, to tap the qi, to make sure that you strengthen the qi of your liver, you strengthen the qi of your kidney, okay? So you will practice different type of qigong to do that, to achieve the objective. So it's just like you want to receive different channel with different frequency, you have to tune your TV or whatever, your radio to receive that frequency. The same thing applies to qi. You want to tap what type of qi for what purpose, you practice what type of qigong. Okay, so so let's go to the definition of qigong. The term qigong means skill or practice of cultivating qi. And there are many different definitions of qigong, as you all know, due to the long history and the many schools and sects of qigong available. But basically, the definition has a few important elements. So the practice of qigong is, the definition is defined as practice of internalizing your mind to regulate qi through various modes to achieve health benefits. So first is you have to practice, right? If you have learned something, you have learned new knowledge or skill, if you don't practice, you don't apply it, then it won't lead to any benefit for yourself nor for other people. And then the second part is on internalizing the mind. Because I think all of us know all the time, our mind is outside of our body. The moment we open our eyes in the morning, where is our mind? It's all right outside our body. So where your mind reach, qi will reach. When your mind is outside, so is your qi. That is why at night, we all have to sleep so that our mind do not wander around outside anymore and come back to ourselves. And then our qi also will be back to our body to let the body rest and to regenerate. So that's why practice qigong is a practice that you have to learn to internalize your mind, to bring your mind inside yourself. To do what? To regulate qi. So to regulate what type of qi? So that, as I mentioned just now, there are many types of qi in the body. So we practice different type of qigong to regulate the specific part of the specific qi to achieve specific goal or objective. And through the various modes. What are the modes of qigong? All modes of qigong are referred. All modes of qigong practice will actually involve the mind. That is why qigong is referred as the mind-body exercise in the West. There are a few thousand types of qigong, but all of them can generally be categorized into using the body movement, the breathing, the sound method, or the emotion method, either by itself with the mind or in combination of this with the mind. So, and then to achieve health benefits, of course, there are many health benefits that, different people practice for different purpose. Some is for physical health, some is for mental health, some maybe is for, to like the heart qigong, the martial art is to make sure that your body is very strong and you can fight. So these are different health benefits that people practice qigong for different purpose. So we have a definition of qigong already. Now let's go to what are the fundamental connection or required in Qigong. The most important Qigong principles that you have to remember after this talk is actually to learn to relax and be calm, and learn to be calm. Because when you relax your mind, then only you can focus and your body can relax. You can see that our mind, when it is relaxed and calm, it will send all the instruction. You can see that when it is everything come from the mind, and when it's relaxed, it will send all instruction through either the nervous system or through our circulatory system to different parts of the body. So isn't this what it's called the mind-body connection? Our mind is connected to the body through various ways. Some through, most of the time is through the neurotransmitter that is so tiny that we cannot see with our eyes. That's why we say it's Qi in Chinese, in Qigong, because in the olden days, you can't see all these things. And then, because when we have this ability of our mind to control everything in a very relaxed and calm manner, then our whole unit will be a whole connection. And when it is a proper complete unit and connected well, the whole system will flow at its optimum level. And that is why we have also in Chinese medicine the saying that when the qi and blood circulation is clear and smooth, there will be no illnesses. So if you really you're able to actually always maintain a relaxed and calm mental state, automatically a lot of your problem in your system will be regulated. Okay, so but because some people, of course, it's easier said than done. That's why we need a lot of method to help people to bring ourselves into this state, either through meditation or through Qigong or through, like Sister Bihong mentioned, through musical therapy. There are many ways. Of course, one of the most effective way is Qigong, because Qigong is actually both mental and physical. So you have the mental training and the physical training as well. So what is a relaxed state? How to achieve this relaxed state? And this can be actually represented by the Chinese character, which is very well, has a very deep meaning. Because if you look at the Chinese character of relaxed state, means that you are like resting, right? So when you're resting, the meaning is 休息. So it is a person, like physically you look like a wooden log, you're not moving, very relaxed. And then your heart is inside yourself. Heart in the olden days actually refers to your mind. So your mind is inside yourself. So when your mind is inside yourself, you're relaxed, you're connected as a whole unit. All your qi also will come back to yourself to nourish or to regenerate or to rest, to let the body rest and regulate, self-regulation. And there are also from many studies that Qigong as a form of part of the mind-body exercise that involve the exercise, it involve meditation, will actually promote the excretion of what we call the feel-good or happy hormones, such as the dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. So these are all different types of neurotransmitter or hormones in the body that actually come from the instruction from the mind to go and then go through to different part of the body and to work on different part of the body. So when you are able to, one of the way is to practice Qigong, it will help us to promote all these happy hormones and it will improve our health. And some of the health benefits include, like, especially for the more elderly, I think it's very important, social memory and recognition, because I think this problem, what is it? This dementia and Alzheimer is one of the most common disease faced by the elderly. Yeah. And also it will promote contentment, well-being, calm. When you have this hormone, it helps you to keep you in this state, which is a very positive state. And also some can help modulate cellular activity in specific tissue and cancer. And of course, there are other benefits. And this is just to show how the brain actually can give the instruction to secrete all the hormones out from the brain instruction, and then the hormone out will be, distributed throughout the whole body. Okay, and now we will come to practice of the stationary Qigong, which is called La Qi in Zhiren Qigong. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you this posture, the posture that you have to maintain when you practice. And at the same time, while you're looking, you can follow the demonstrator to follow the posture. Okay. Okay, tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui. Straighten whole body. Can you see the difference? Just now he tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui. This is the side view. When we relax the whole body. Now raise palm to the front of the navel to practice La Qi. Okay. Tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui. This is the front view. Straighten whole body and relax the whole body. Raise palm to the front of the navel, forming Qi ball. Then Kai, open up. Okay, so you see when you're sitting up, you have to try as much as possible. Sit to make sure that your feet, both your feet can touch the floor, flat on the floor. And the distance between, this one is to be the distance between your two thighs should be about your shoulder width apart. Okay, and then this is a La Qi practice. So you will practice Kai He as we have tried just now. But in this case, when we practice this Kai He, La Qi, just now we ask you to focus on the palm. But afterwards, when we actually practice this Kai He, La Qi, your focus is on other aspect, which we will cover later. Okay, and then at the end, sorry. Why is it not? Sorry. So at the end of this practice, with both arms, we have gather Qi with both arms into the body. Palms overlap on navel to harness Qi. For the male, the left palm is inside. For female, right palm is inside. Harness Qi with both palms on the navel. Whole body filled with Qi and blood circulation, clear and smooth. Body and mind is well and healthy. So let's look at the posture. So you see, originally, or I think most of the time, a lot of people, when we are sitting, we tend to sit with the back, to the back, and then we tend to lift our chin up. We don't realize it actually. So now when you practice, you have to first tuck in your chin, lift up the Bai Hui. Can you see? You tuck in the chin, you lift up the Bai Hui. You can straight away feel the back, your neck becomes straightened a bit. And then also you straighten the body. Tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui, your body also will straighten up. So it's very important to have this posture, because even when you're not practicing Qigong in your daily life, you should always remember this part, tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui. Because the Bai Hui, this Bai Hui is we call the meeting point of all the yang energy. So when you lift up a Bai Hui, you lift up the energy, the yang energy of your body, and then you will feel more, you will also have more energy or energetic, because otherwise sometimes you can feel like your body like you don't have energy, like your body like don't have qi, or like very heavy, your qi like sinking down. So by just taking this, just a very simple step, it can help you to bring your qi up and make you more alert. And second thing is that when you tuck in chin and lift up Bai Hui, you can see the curve on the neck, right? You see the curve on the neck is reduced, and this curve also reduced. And you have these three tan tian, we call the qi center of our physical form, our organ, and our head or our brain. So when our body is straightened, these three lines will be straightened, and then these three lines, okay, is actually like our highway of our qi. So, and if this three line is connected easily, the qi can go up and down easily and will flow well. Okay, and there is another important thing is that the curve, how the curve actually, the physiology of our curve can affect a lot of, can cause a lot of problem. And this one is just to show the front part as well. Okay, and I want to come to this part. You see, this part, when we tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui, you straighten. You see this one is straightened, and this one also will straighten a bit. And why we want to straighten this? Because you see, most of the time, all our problems are all connected to this part, from the neck part. It's very common. Most people have neck stiffness, shoulder problem, arm numb, your arm very numb. You know, all this is because of what? Because of the nerve supply. Okay, the nerve supply from this part, we call the brachial plexus. And the nerve supply of this part is the one that supports our upper body. And when you have bad posture over a long time, you will tend to compress on all these nerves. And then when you compress on the nerve, then it will affect the function of the part that it supplies. And the same apply for this part, where we call the lumbar plexus and the sacral plexus, where the nerve supply of this part actually supply to all our lower back and our back, our leg. So that's why you can see a lot of people all have problem with most of our musculoskeletal problem is what? It's all related to this part or this part. So you have to maintain this posture so that you don't compress on this part and reduce your risk of getting all the problem that related to this part. Okay, and at the end, you will do the practice of the La Qi. So let's all try to practice La Qi for a short while. And sorry, maybe before, because we don't have much time, before we practice, we will go through what the mental part on what we have to think. So when we practice, when we open, we kai, you think of the universe. Open up your mind and as you expand out into the universe. And then when you you bring your mind back into the body. Like your body, inside your body is also empty space. So you just repeat this kai, universe, inside body, kai, universe, inside body. And then you repeat until the end. When you want to end the practice, then you just open up your palm and then gather all the qi from the universe back into your tan tian, and then overlap on the tan tian, your palm. Okay, again, for the man, the right palm inside, for the man, the left palm inside, for the ladies, the right palm inside. Okay. So the part on the Kai, the important part, why we want to think universe, why we want to think inside body. How come I cannot see my screen already?
You can share again because everybody will try to see what you're doing just now.
Oh, okay, sorry. Can you see now?
Yes, can
Yep,
see
no
the
problem.
can see.
Okay, so the Kai He is the most important part of the practice, and this La Qi actually is this practice is available in fact most of the other forms of Qigong practice, because and in Zhiren Qigong this La Qi is the essence of the whole practice, because the main reason is because when we practice this Kai, you can can you see? So when we practice this Kai, remember just now we mentioned in our body has a lot of different types of Qi, which I just dot and I use the red dot to represent our body Qi. Okay, and then when we Kai, when our mind go out, you just go out, think, you go out into the universe. And then when you think and go out into the universe, you remember the concept, mind reach, Qi will reach. So when you go out into the universe, your mind go out, all your Qi system also will open up and go out into the universe. And then when it go out into the universe, what will happen? It will merge or blend with all the Qi of the nature, which I actually use the blue dot to represent. Okay, so it will merge with all the Qi. As it go further and further, it become your own Qi become thinner and thinner, and it will merge deeper and deeper with all the Qi of the universe. And then when you you bring your mind back into the body, you will bring back together all the Qi of the universe and your own Qi back into the body. So through this practice of open, repeated Kai He, you actually improve your exchange mechanism of your own Qi with the Qi of the nature. And through this exchange mechanism, most of the people, as I would say most people, especially when you're over 40, we are lacking in Qi in many ways. Okay, so through this practice, you actually improve because the Qi of the nature is unlimited. So you bring more Qi into the body, and at the same time, you improve the quality of the Qi in the body. And when you improve the quality of Qi and the volume of Qi in the body, what will happen? It will result in a better, smooth, and clear circulation of your Qi and your blood in the system. And when the Qi and blood system circulation is clear and smooth, there will be no illnesses. And when we refer to illnesses, we are not referring to just physical illnesses, we are referring to mental as well, and also spiritual. So from this, you can see that this practice alone, actually, it improves your exchange mechanism of Qi with the nature, and indirectly, it is actually improving your connection with society, with the nature. As we see, you improve when you go out, you are not connecting only with the Qi of the nature, but everything in the society and in the nature. And with this connection, it will actually promote what we call our connection in the 3 level of the holistic level, meaning your connection as a whole by yourself, because you get your you practice as a complete unit. When you go out, you relax and come back, and then you nurture yourself as a complete unit. And then you have this connection. Everything that you come in and go out is with the connection with the society and with the nature. So when you continue to practice this, our whole system is actually open, and we are like very open physically, mentally. We connected with everything in the society, in the nature, the vast universe, and the horizon of our mindset will also be open. And we will be able to like not I would say like very kind-wired, able to accommodate and accept everything in our life with an open mind and live a contented life. Because when you can accept everything in life, you will have a contented life, right? And isn't that what we are looking for? Right? So let's all try and, I think I don't have the time to practice. Maybe just practice 5 minutes. And then we will go through the wall squat practice briefly. Because I think this is very important. So you have to be able to, bring yourself into a very relaxed state before we practice to reap the benefit. Should we try? Just a short while, okay? Just sit up straight, tuck in chin, lift up Bai Hui. Gently close both eyes. Relax the whole body from the top. Relax down your neck, shoulders, arms, your back and chest, waist and Mingmen, abdomen, both legs, relax. Then raise your palm up to the front. I think I will just lead the practice, okay? To the front and then facing each other and then kind universe. Think inside body. To the universe is borderless. Deep inside body. In universe, the borderless universe, deep inside body, there's another universe inside the body. Out into universe. Deep inside body. Out into universe. Then gather chi with both arms back. Visualizing you are gathering all the chi from universe within both arms back into the navel. Palms overlap on navel to harness chi. Just relax your awareness inside the body. Body and mind is well and healthy. Separate hands and slowly open eyes. Okay, This is just to let you have a try out the whole practice of La Qi. You can always, it's very simple. You can always practice yourself anytime at home. And the best is always find a quiet place when you practice. So next we'll come to the dynamic Qigong practice, the physical exercise. Actually, because Sister Bihon said that we have to include some physical exercise, so we try to include this. But basically, what the most important thing, what I want to highlight is that when you practice this, just make sure if you are not used to it, then you make sure you have proper support. Like in this case, okay, this is what we call the wall squat. So this wall squat actually is in the olden day, we call it the secret of the ancient palace. It is the secret because it's so easy to practice, and it become also because it's easy, but it is very, very beneficial. So you can see this our demonstrator here. So you just go up and down. If you are not able to, go up and down without having a support, make sure that you have enough support, like holding on to something very secure. And you go up and down as much as you can, but don't overstretch yourself. Okay? But the real practice, the actual practice is you have to, the actual practice is this, you have to face the wall. Okay? You see, you face the wall, and then you also squat down and up. Can you see? This is what we call the wall squat. Just up and down. So at the end, when you finish, you want to end the practice, you can just step back a bit, and then you also harness Qi with both palms like just now for the La Qi, and then just rest for a short while and inside the body. And then just at the end, before you open your eyes, send the positive vibration or energy or message to yourself, just to say that your body and mind is well and healthy. Okay, so this is the actual practice, but just want to highlight the important thing when you practice this is to make sure that your back, this movement, is pushed to the back and not arch forward. Because when you go down, because of the center of the gravity trying to balance yourself, it will tend to arch inwards. So you have to arch backward because we want to push this movement to the back. Okay, we don't want to press it on inward. You compress it inward, then you will actually even cause more trouble. Okay, and the second thing is remember always tuck in chin, lift up bai hui. And then when you go down all the way, okay, all the way until you cannot go down. And make sure that your heels is flat on the floor, on the ground. So even if you cannot go down all the way, you have to make sure the priority is your heel is flat on the ground. You can go halfway, but your heel must be flat on the ground. Okay? You don't try to tilt your heel to go all the way down. All right? So what are the benefits of this? First, if you look at the main this one is that you remember we say that this is your spinal cord and your backbone. We want to make sure this part is pushed out. The movement is pushed out. Why the movement pushed out? First is, of course, it is good for your bone. Okay, you don't compress on the nerve. Okay, but from the Chinese medicine point of view or Qigong point of view, is this movement is our door of life. First, you cannot compress it, and in front of this movement is our Dan Tian. All our prenatal Qi are all surrounding here. Okay, so you don't want to compress on it and affect and compress on your prenatal Qi or the source of your prenatal Qi. So we have to loosen it so that We loosen it so that the chi is not compressed and can go up and down easily. Okay, and then when this one is not compressed, then you know all your sensation, your muscular sensation, your surface, your skin sensation will not be affected. If you are any of your backbone is compressed, then it will affect the sensation or muscle strength. Okay, and the other benefit is that when you go down, remember, can you see when you go down, you actually pull your whole, all this blue line. The center one is our tumai, and then the side two line is our bladder channel. It's the longest channel in the body. So when you bend down, you actually stretch all this channel. And the most important is that all this back channel, the point along these two sides, these are all we call the back shoe point of the body where it's connected to our internal organ. That's why sometimes when you go for acupuncture, you can see a lot they needle all this point because this point connect to our internal organ. So when you practice this wall squat, you are also indirectly stimulating all this point. Okay, and another benefit from the point of sport science is that it is a form of weight resisting exercise because you are actually carrying your own weight. So when you carry your own weight, what is the benefit? The benefit of weight exercise is you want to strengthen your muscle, and also most importantly for the elderly people is your bone density or your bone structure. So this is a form of exercise that is a form of a weight resistant exercise, will help to have the benefit of the weight resistant exercise. And also at the same time, it is also a cardio. It has a cardio effect. Okay, I'm sure I didn't ask you all to try actually, but if you try out, you can see after 5 times or 10 times, you will be panting for breath because it is a physical exercise as well. So you can see from here that this exercise, it has so many benefits for our brain because when our circulation can go up and down easily from our back and can go up and down our tumai, then it improves our brain connection as well. Okay, and lastly, one of the most, one of the concern of most people about wall squat is those who have actually knee problem. Okay, so I want to share with you the sharing of our member who practice wall squat and how it benefited her. And this will take maybe 5 minutes, 4 minutes. I will just share this and how she actually improved slowly by also adjusting the way she started the practice.
Hi, I'm Lily. I have problems with my knees and ankles since 2015. It was painful for me to go up and down steps. I could not squat. Long story short, over a period of 2-3 years, I've been to the physio, acupuncture, massages, I've been to the chiropractor, I've been to the orthopedic. I did an x-ray and the doctor says I will need to do a knee replacement surgery. Basically, he says that I have cartilage loss and my bones were almost touching, hence the pain. Sometimes it can be so painful and inflamed that I could hardly walk. Once I did a cortisone injection, which basically is some sort of lubricant, you inject it into the knee. It wasn't cheap and it didn't help much. Anyway, in 2018, my husband Sam attended a beginner's workshop conducted by teacher Sarah. And then he came back feeling good about it, telling me about the experiences and improvements the brothers and sisters shared during the 真人 Qigong. So we decided to join the class in Sentu twice a week. I enjoyed the classes, but I dreaded the wall squat the most. I just could not do it. I could hardly bend at all. The seniors came around trying to help me, giving me tips on how to go about doing it, asking me to hold on to the window. I lowered down myself, then I had problem getting up. I have to pull myself up, holding the window. It was really just painful for me. I just could not do it. Anyway, at that time I was still doing my physio exercises. I told them that I was trying to do wall squats, and they asked me, what's this wall squat? They asked me to show them. So I showed them what I was trying to do. They say, don't do that, it's very bad for you, mustn't bend your knees like that. So anyway, that time was rather conflicting. Here I am in physio, they say, oh, it's very bad for you, while wall squat is good for you. Anyway, because of my knee pain, I was doing doing more swimming exercises. What happened was I then started doing wall squat in the pool. It was less painful for me. I could go down lower, and I find that helps me. So anyway, I was slowly improving bit by bit, progressing very, very slowly. But when I was getting better, my practice always gets disrupted. We will be traveling or going holidays, and each time after the holiday come back, I'm back to square one. But during the holiday, I find improvement in my legs. I was stronger, I could walk more, I could do more. So I realized that it was as if like my battery was charged during Qigong. But then when I go away, my battery is drained, it's used up during the holidays. It's just like the water boiling, boil already, and then there you go cool down again, then you're back to boiling again. So anyway, my major breakthrough was during this pandemic, during this COVID lockdown, where the Zoom classes started. So I was very happy about it and told myself that I must take this opportunity to heal my knees fully this time. So with the daily practice, I slowly and gradually improved day by day, lower and lower down each time. First was just one fingertip touching, two fingertips touching. I remember that day when all 10 fingers could touch the floor. I was very, very happy about that. So, but while everybody was doing the 30 squats, I was just, I could only do a few. I just take my time and concentrate on doing each one accurately, as perfectly as I could, and that's how I go about doing it. I'm happy to say that I can now squat all the way down, 10 fingers on the floor, almost a full squat. Not perfect yet, but I can do it. I can complete the whole 30 squats without much pain now, up and down. So I am thankful to Teacher Sara and the seniors for their sacrifices and dedication. I can now confidently say perhaps I probably would not need to do surgery now. I hope. Thank you.
The sharing for the wall squat. So that's the end of our this one. We don't have the time to share another one. So before we end, I just want to have a few take home messages. So first is the Qigong fundamentals. The most important thing is relax and calm. And then when you relax and calm, bring your awareness back to your mind, to your body. So mind reach, Qi will reach. And when Qi reach and you have the enough Qi and good quality, Qi and blood circulation is clear and smooth, there will be no illnesses. So we talk about both, body and mind. And then also the holistic concept of human and nature as a connected unit. We must have maintain this connection, and the balance with this connection, the same apply to human and society and ourselves as a whole holistic unit, our connection as a whole holistic unit. And I'm sure all this also tie in with a lot of the Buddhist teaching, right? So that's the end for our talk. And we'll come to the question and answer session.
感恩 Miss Sarah for an informative and enlightening sharing. Okay, let me read the chat now. Here, Irene Lim. Yes, Sis Hui Tzu has a good posture and is energetic. Looks in her 60s. Then Xiu Jing mentioned, Sis Hui Tzu, you are so upright. So, Sis Hui Tzu, any comment on this? You have to unmute. You have to unmute your mic.
Okay. Thank you very much. And actually, I think Bihong wants to know my age. I'm more than 70, okay? And after that, I lost count.
Actually, by looking at you, I would thought you're in your early 60s, like what this Irene mentioned.
Thank you.
And really amazing. And this must be, the benefits of Qigong.
And
Buddhism, Buddhist studies, Okay. So just now I don't have the chance to read out during the La Qi what they mentioned. You see, here some Janet Cole mentioned the mind controls the Qi. That's the question. Does the mind controls the Qi? Yes. And this was asked before the sharing lah. So.
Oh yes, of course. The mind is the mind. You remember we have the three basic components of our. I mean, for a human, we have the mind, the body, and the qi, right? So actually, the mind controls qi, and the mind also controls the body. But the mind, in a way, so actually, when we talk about qi in this sense, I must say that we are referring to the sub-classification of qi in that sense. So the mind actually connect with our body through qi also.
Okay, and then here just now during the La Qi, Miss Sarah was asking whether they feel anything, and then the answer by Janet Cole is yes, some vibrations, and then Kalinto can feel the energy between palms. Then Lai Sin Ki said can feel energy in the hands. Lei An Kang said, yes, tingling sensation. Kalin said, heat sensation. Sunny Ang said, felt like some heat sensation. And said that sensation at Lao Gong area. I don't know what
the center point here.
Oh, okay, Lao Gong area. This person must be a Qigong practitioner. And then Li Su also mentioned both hands automatically come closely. And then this Evelyn asked, Kai is breathe in, her is breathe out, right? Is that correct?
For the moment, actually, when we practice, you don't have to worry about breathing because when you are relaxed, normally your breathing will synchronize with your movement. And when we practice this Qigong, we want to be relaxed. So you cannot think of too many things because first, most important thing is we want to improve the connection with the nature. So most important thing is your mind to think of universe, think of body, think of universe, think of body. If you want to think universe, think of body, then you want to control your breathing, then you will be you'll be too stressed instead. So don't worry about breathing. The breathing, when you're relaxed, the breathing will just come in and synchronize together.
Okay. And then this one, I think he asked before the ladies sharing he or she was asking why said, will squatting like this hurt the knees? There's the wall squat. So I think the Sijie sharing already answered his question, I think. What about, okay. Then
I just want to highlight again, just be careful if you are really have very bad, knee, you don't overdo it. Make sure you have, take the precaution to just slowly do a little bit at a time and slowly progress from there.
Okay, then the next one is Lai Sin Ki asked, is there any Qigong English class in Subang Jaya? that you can recommend?
I
So
thought
that
we
one,
have already agreed just now.
maybe we give them the link or something later, yeah. And then still, I can't believe, wow, this, of course, there are many 感恩 lah, huh? Thank you for informative session, all that. And then Xiu Jing mentioned, Sis Hui Tzu, can't believe my eyes. You are over 70. Yeah. So everybody start doing Qigong, huh?
Can I cut in and share with you a little bit about the wall squat? Because
Okay.
I use at the very beginning in my group, we can even push up to 100. Okay, so but everyone, it depends on your condition, and you only you know your body much better than other people. But then I had a bad fall and broke my kneecap. I didn't have surgery, then just let it heal by itself. So after that, although I recovered, but the bone didn't come together perfectly. So now I don't do wall squat anymore. So you have to be careful with yourself and your condition. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, and then there's there are so many alphabet, and then I think the surname is Low, mentioned that I don't understand why some people are afraid of revealing their age when asked. If one can hide the age, what else can one hide? Yeah, if one can hide one's age, what else can one hide? Isn't it hiding the truth? I'm 68 and proud of my age. I think we all are, right? So sometimes we stop counting, not because we don't want to hide our age. It's just that to us, age is just a number. It doesn't matter. You know, if we don't mind, it doesn't matter anymore. Because once you reach a certain age, to us is we feel that each day passes by and we are grateful for each day. Like Sang said, you know, every morning we wake up, we are grateful for another day. So I think most of us, some people, they stop counting because of that, yeah. So of course, we feel proud of our age, you know. Once you hit 60, and I'm sure we don't mind sharing our age, yeah. Especially when people say, wow, you look so much younger than your age. That's ego, I suppose. And what else? Who else? Kelly, is there any other practices than what is been demonstrated? Of course, there are many, right, Sarah? But due to time constraint, Miss Sarah and Miss Hui Tzu cannot share everything with you all. And what else? Tracy Tan sharing, very informative. Okay, I think we should call it a day. Oh yeah, sorry. The 3 commonly asked question is, number 1, should I eat something before practicing Qigong? And can I shower immediately after Qigong exercise? Miss Sarah?
This question, I'm not sure about, actually, I'm not sure about other forms of Qigong, because I think there are certain forms of Qigong where they have many, they have a lot of maybe some, you know, pantang larang lah, you know, the restriction. But in Zhiren Qigong, because we believe we tap the nature. So again, if you want to go deeper, what type of Qi, okay? So we don't have any restriction because the nature Qi that we tap is neutral. But the only thing is that you just use common sense. You don't want to go to practice when you are on an empty stomach until you are going to faint, you know, during the practice. Or you also don't want to go and practice when you have too full, you know, your stomach and you feel uncomfortable. And the same for, you know, shower. You just make sure you don't, you know, after practice, because sometimes when you practice, you can sweat a lot. You cannot believe me, but actually just by sometimes lachi, you can sweat the whole body also. So when you know you are sweating, you know, you just make sure that you let your body, you know, cool down a bit before you go and shower. Or you wouldn't want to immediately after shower, you know, to straight away come and practice. Just practice moderation.
Okay, and then I think it's the same with any exercise, right? Jogging or, you know, any exercise that when you sweat, you know, of course you don't go empty stomach or full stomach, moderation. Yeah. And then the last question is, can pregnant ladies do Qigong exercise?
I do not really recommend unless, of course, like I wouldn't recommend a pregnant lady to do wall squat, right? But of course, like La Qi is a very relaxation exercise. It's just like you listen to, very calm music is okay, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay, I think one last question. Can we do Qigong if we are staying high up in apartment? Victor Low asked this.
Yeah, yes, of course, there is no restriction on where you can practice. Anywhere, anytime is good as long as you are able to practice and stay calm and relaxed. But of course, if you can, the best, to make sure, remember the practice, the definition. So to make sure you have a benefit from it, the practice has to be consistent. Then only you can see the benefit. And to be able to practice consistently is you must have try as possible, specific time, specific place, and also the best if you have a group together so that you won't drop out easily. Because if you practice on your own, definitely, unless you are a very disciplined person, definitely you will drop out. I mean, like for myself, I know I will drop out also. So that's why we also have group practice together.
Okay, cảm ơn. I think that should be it because we already passed the time limit. So thank you very much for attending today's session, and a very big cảm ơn to Miss Sara. Hopefully, sư姐in time to come, and
Sure.
Hui Tzu sư姐cảm ơn for today's sharing. Thank you very much, and have a good day, everyone. Be safe, take care.
Thank you, and take
You
care.
want to say bye-bye to the audience?
Yeah, thank you, and take care. So we off our video?
Yeah.
Thank you.